Welcome to another episode of Pimp My Board. If you want to replace your Footstrap plugs, I have good news for you. It's easy, it's quick, it's cheap. Basically, all you do is get the new plugs, put the holes into the board, put the plugs inside, glue them in with resin and laminate over them. That's all you have to do. The most difficult part might be getting the holes into the board. This can be really easily done with a tool like this one, but because I know not many have a tool like this, in this video I'll also show you how to do it with a tool like this, just the drill and a piece of wood, a pretty random piece of wood. So let's start.
To start off, mark where you want the plug to be. It's absolutely no problem if it's in an area where an old plug is. Set the right depth at the routing machine and go for it. If you don't have a routing machine, well, that's sad enough, but you can still do this task without it. Just use a piece of wood, drill through it, cut it at the correct length and use it as a routing machine. It won't be as exact and beautiful as with a routing machine, but it will still be totally fine.
Okay, as you can see, this is possible with just a drill and a piece of wood, but look what I discovered. Right down there at the bottom, that's the power box, the black plastic you can see there. And there's a kind of a cave where you can like put some spare ropes or some food, transport some illegal goods or something like that. That's a really clever feature for a board. A hidden department for everything you could imagine. Okay, let's continue.
For an ideal connection between the resin and the plug, you need to sand them.
So this is microballoons. They increase the volume of the resin but not the weight, or just a little bit. And these are cotton particles. They make the resin less porous. But this also works with just the resin. But if you're getting into this stuff, repairing your own boards and so on, these things are always useful.
Now we glue the plugs into the board. There's really not much you can do wrong here. Just make sure that there are no air bubbles caught inside. Well, maybe except for one other thing. I've heard some horror stories of resin getting too hot while the hardening process and melting the foam core. My advice is get a quality resin and use it quickly so it doesn't sit in the cup for a long time and heats up there. The more resin is in one place, the faster it heats up. But as you can see, even with a cave in the board, like in this case, I didn't have any problems.
Don't worry if there's resin in these plugs. This is easy to remove also after the hardening process. But because I just saw it, I just do it like that. And also if the resin is not on the same level as the deck, don't worry, this will be fixed as soon as we laminate onto this plug. This is how it looks one day later after the hardening process. You can see there are holes here where the resin has sunk into the board, especially here where this big cave was, as you remember. Over here at the other plugs it's much better. But as I said, that's not a problem because we can fill this up now. If you are wondering what this is because the board got soft here under this heel area and I'm repairing this as well. If you want to know how this goes, then click the link up here, there's the video. I'm now going to sand this area to make it flat and then laminate over it. By the way, I won't show you how to make this beautiful. I just show you the functional part, and if you care about design and stuff, you have to watch something else. It's important to grind this down onto the lamination, so get all the design off. The carbon I use is 200 grams per square meter. I use 2 layers per plug. And I don't expect them to be ripped out by the Footstrap, even from a freestyle windsurfer. So this should be fine. If you are Philip Costa and want to go more heavy duty, then your aim should be to enlarge the area on which the plug is connected to the soft core foam. And this is done by gluing denser foam onto the plug from the outside and then putting it in the softer foam.
It is really important to find the screw holes while the resin is still liquid. Mark them with small nails and afterwards it will be easy to get those nails out and drill holes of the right size. To finish the job, widen the holes in the top area with a similar tool like that to prevent the screw from catching in the top lamination and lifting it up or similar things.
And that's it. Thanks for watching, and if you want to support me, then click the like button and subscribe. Bye bye.